Hello everyone, it is me, GamePeng21, and today, well, we're going to be looking at a Jaytechtv video. Yes, that's right, Mr. Jaytechtv has made another video. This time we're talking about The Last of Us Part 1 PC port. And let me just be honest, this video is not fun to commentate. This is probably my third or fourth take trying to get my thoughts across here. I really don't like to script my videos, and honestly, it just comes off better in this context. But personally, I think that sometimes I do, or at least need to get bullet points across. But that, to me, with ADHD, it's very hard to get that shit done. But, again, I make it for you guys because I love you guys. And this video actually deserves to be covered because it was seemed to be swept under the rug for some of the people. At least I haven't seen people covering it. Because Jaytechtv isn't like the hot button topic anymore. But I still wanted to cover because I haven't covered Jaytechtv enough, in my personal opinion. This video isn't too long, but it has a lot of bad and misinformation in there, and we're going to have to do it. So since this video is not too long, please make sure to like, comment, favorite, and subscribe. I love it when you do that. Thank you for 400 subscribers. Y'all are awesome. If you really want to support me in any other way, it's not necessary at all. I do have a Bandcamp, I do have a Patreon, and I do have Twitch streams that I do announce usually on the weekends. Friday, Saturday, and Sundays are kind of my days, but usually Fridays and Sundays are my consistent days, Sunday being my most consistent. Sometimes I do Thursdays, but just make sure that you keep on top with the Twitter as well as the YouTube community section where I usually announce it and even post a poster for it. Anything else, you can check out the link tree where you can give me basically any sorts of money. Anything helps, but completely not necessary. Your viewership is enough. Thank you, and let's get into this video.
I understand that this video is going to hurt a lot of people's feelings, but I decided to do it anyway. And because I know I'm going to hurt your feelings, I thought it would be nice to feature PC-only gameplay throughout the entire video. I've captured a lot of gameplay on this laptop featured by Steam Store. You want to go click the link in the description. It will take you to my Steam account. You will see screenshots and achievements that I've gotten from different games that are accessible only through Xbox or PC. So, you know, I'm trying to be a nice guy during this video because I'm going to piss off a lot of people.
If you have to say you're going to piss a lot of people off, you might either want to rethink the structure of the video to make sure it doesn't come across as anything accusatory, or in this context, make sure you do a bit more research and make sure that you understand the topic a bit more than what you're going to be talking about. Especially when you're coming from a very biased context, because this video is 100% biased, even though it says apparently Jaytechtv PC Master Race up in the corner there. Yeah, no, we don't claim him. Like, I'm fairly certain Tango will bully him the fuck out of here, like, easily. But he's also really funny because he's told people to subscribe twice in his video, which... yeah, I don't like to tell people to subscribe or ask people to like and subscribe and stuff, but you gotta do it for, like, the algorithm and things, I'm sorry. But in any case, like, this is, like, if you say that normally as a disclaimer, it can work, it can also not work, but coming from someone who knows this guy's content, it just comes across as disingenuous and actually not helping his point at all, and just him coming off as a little bit of a dick. So, but we continue.
And I'm not going to feel bad about it. So let's get started. This is my opinions on The Last of Us Part 1, the PC port. I think it's hilarious. Like, I just think it's funny. It reminds me of Xbox, right? Like, you know, Xbox fans were talking about, what is it, 12 teraflops or something like that, and all of these other specs on paper that were better than PlayStation 5. But once all the comparisons were done, the PS5 was outdoing the Xbox Series X, and it's happening again. I had no problem.
No. That's not what's happening. What is happening is that Sony got lazy with the port and decided to hand it off to Iron Galaxy because they got lazy with the port. It's not because the PlayStation is better. No. It's because Sony didn't put the love, care, and attention into the PC port. Like, that's really it. And you're saying, oh, well, it's outperforming this and that and the other thing. It's like, okay, but that's one game. One of, like, the 4 or 5 different games that they have ported over to the PC. Which, by the way, the majority of their other games, from my knowledge, all of them are Steam Deck verified. Now, Steam Deck verification is like a weird thing that's sometimes done by the community, sometimes done by the actual developers and stuff. But the basics of the basics of the verification is that it works directly with the actual hardware that is present on the on the actual fucking Steam Deck. And one thing that I've also wanted to point out is in Spider-Man, like the 2016 one, they have the tilt controls, or like the gyroscopic controls, as a thing by default. And the only one that's not Steam Deck verified is The Last of Us Part 1, which goes to show you how much they didn't fucking care in this context. And when they showed their true hand, everyone's like, oh, they were just doing this for money, which, to those of us with the surprised Pikachu face, like, we knew it all along, they were just in this for the money. But in all honesty, one bad port doesn't necessarily mean that the entirety of PC gaming is bad, especially considering that you didn't play anything of Halo Infinite. You just showed, like, you in the character creation screen, and this actually looks pretty good if it's on your PC.
I was playing The Last of Us Part 1 on my $400 PS5. Not a single problem. I was able to even get to Platinum, getting every trophy in the game. It was an amazing story. It looked amazing. It felt amazing on the DualSense controller. You know, on paper, a lot of people on PC say, well, you know, I spent $2,000, $3,000. My PC can run circles around your console forever. And that is definitely true on paper. But these games are...
And in practicality, and in actual tech terms, and in the power that you actually present into it, it's not just about the price. There's a lot of reasons why the PC is actually better than the consoles. Because the consoles, again, are fixed, and a lot of people say, oh, well, that's a good thing. Not really. If it breaks, you have to send it off to them to get it repaired. Like, I don't like sending off my headset to get it repaired, which is why I like it when I can replace specific parts. For example, the freaking cable. It snapped on me recently. Well, it didn't snap on me, but it just broke on me recently, and it wouldn't display into the thing. You know what I did? I planned ahead, bought the replacement cable when I had the money, and just kept it around just in case something like this were to happen. I got around a year or two out of that cable for like $80. It's like, yeah, that sounds like a lot of money, but if I took better care of it, I'm probably certain I could get another year out of it. And the cable is one of the worst parts of any headset in terms of virtual reality. And that's nothing special to anyone who owns a PlayStation VR. But not important. What is important is that just because one game was ported badly over to the PC doesn't mean that PC gaming is bad. Again, to bring up literally every single other game Sony has released on the PC platform, they are all Steam Deck verified with that nice green check mark and run perfectly and functionally on the PC. It's just this one game that didn't make the cut. So you know what we do? We throw it into the garbage because it just does not deserve our money.
They're optimized to perfection on a cheaper piece of hardware, giving us a more stable performance versus, you know, your overpowered PC that they kind of don't care about. They just throw the game over there. You know, they expect you guys to fix it because you know you guys fixed Elder Scrolls and you got mods and stuff working on Cyberpunk. So, you know, I mean, you guys made a name for yourself of, you know, you can turn garbage into gold, and that's awesome. Like, that is amazing.
Yes, because of Skyrim and Cyberpunk. Two games that are multi-platform, that the PC fixed with mods because the Elder Scrolls is fucking old as shit, over at least 11 years old right now. And Cyberpunk actually did get a lot of work done on it after the fact because the developers actually cared about it. Yeah, certain it was busted at launch, but at the same time, it worked the best on PC. I didn't encounter anything bad on the PC that led to my entire save state and stuff corrupting, like, at all. Like, that didn't happen. I never needed or used mods of Cyberpunk anyway, in any case anyway. So, yeah, no. Like, we don't turn garbage into gold. I, however, will say that motherfucking... Tell that to Forspoken. Yeah, tell that to Forspoken, which made an entire studio get absorbed back into Square Enix. An entire studio that wanted to make this game at Square Enix. It's more of a fault of Square Enix, but it was still only on PlayStation for a time, and then I think they ported it over to PC. I forget if it was one way or the other way. Not important. The point is that it ran shit on the console as well. Like, it ran absolute garbage on the console as well, but it ran better on the PC. As far as I'm aware, I didn't hear anyone yell bad at it. So yeah, tell that to the PlayStation and Forspoken. Like, that it's optimized for the fucking hardware.
Right? You guys have those type of skills. So don't expect developers to tailor-made their games for each and every one of the combinations of PCs that you guys have built. Because no one PC is the same, right? There are different people with different budgets. There are different people with different skills. And I believe this is going to continuously happen. I don't know why anybody is using the 10 series to run The Last of Us Part 1. I'm not a PC Master Race enthusiast at all. But I know that's weak. I know this laptop is weak. I know that.
The 10 series is weak. Really? The 10 series is weak. I mean, I guess it depends. Honestly, I think I have a 1080 in my computer, and it runs perfectly fine. I mean, again, it's more of a mid-range. It's not exactly the highest of high ends, but it's still a good card, because good cards last a while. I haven't found any need to upgrade or anything like that anyway, because the 20 series is whatever, and I don't have enough money for a 30 series. So, yeah, no, we only upgrade when we want to upgrade. I know a lot of people with 1080s that are like, that's really, really good. And they still have their computers to be functional. I know that I'm not the highest of high ends, but, like, my laptop, right, has a 1060, right? This is a laptop 1060 with an i7. That laptop can run virtual reality. I can take this laptop with me in my backpack and set up a small VR place in the corner of a room with a headset purely based off of the computer itself. I used to live out of this computer for 2 years. So no, the 10 series isn't garbage. It really isn't.
So, again, The Last of Us Part 1 is a remake. It was made for the PS5. To see people on PC run it at 720p to get high performance or run it at 1080...
No, it's not a remake. It was not made for the PS5. This was made for, I think, the PS3. The Last of Us that you're talking about is just a port of the original position. It's not even, I don't even think it's the remastered version. If it was the remastered version, you might have more ideas as to which one it was. But it's a port of a game that originally came out on like the PS4 or PS3. I forget specifically which one. But it came out before the PlayStation 5. So it's older. Just because it came out for the PlayStation 5 today doesn't make it a PlayStation 5 fucking game. It doesn't. Like, full stop.
1080p to get high performance defeats the whole purpose of you guys getting a remake with all the bells and whistles. I'm hoping they're going to get a good patch out for you guys, and I'm hoping the individuals that I know won't play the game.
Again, it's because the port was handled poorly. It's not the fault of the PC or the hardware. It's the fault of the software in this context. Legitimately.
Find a way to play the game and post some gameplay, even though I know they won't. But it would be cool to see people that, you know, were a part of the PC port begging community, begging for these types of games to go over to PC, actually play the game.
And like that, the video's over. Jesus Christ! Fuck this video, man. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I said that it was gonna make me angry, but the way that he comes off as a pretentious asshat just kind of... I don't like that. Because again, one game, right? The PC port. The PC port, alright? Of the fucking, like, of The Last of Us. A game that was made, like, 10 years ago, I think. And maybe almost 10 years ago. It doesn't run well, reflects poorly on the PC itself because it just runs bad. Like, I don't get that. Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. Like, explain it to me. How does that make sense? Like, how? How does it make sense? It doesn't. Because, again, it's a software thing. The fact that they didn't optimize this game reflects more on the company that produced it, i.e. Sony and Naughty Dog and Iron Galaxy. It shows more to them that they're incompetent in porting over the game into it, at least kind of. And I don't think that they are incompetent. I personally don't think so. They're pretty competent and good people there. There is. I just think that they were handed a bad check when they were handed like a bad port, and then they tried to scramble it to get it out and release it, because the people who run it at the top wanted to make it better, but failed to do so. In all honesty, I don't blame the company for doing it. I blame Sony because they got fucking lazy. Why? Because there are a lot of PlayStation 5 games, i.e. Horizon Zero Dawn, i.e. God of War, which I believe... Did God of War come out for PlayStation 5? I thought it came out for PlayStation 4. Did it come out for... No. God of War came out for PlayStation 5, right? That is a PlayStation 5 game, which we can agree on, that runs perfectly fine on the PC. In fact, it runs better on the PC in my personal... from what I've seen. And it also runs on the Steam Deck. Sir, just because one game, right? One game made a bad port onto the PC because the developers, someone got fucking lazy, didn't put the effort in. That means that it's the entirety of PC gaming is bad because of one poor port of a game. And it is a port. It's not a remastering. It's not a redoing of the whole system, as has been proven online and proven in, like, that they've reused animations and shit. You do get that, right? You do get that makes no sense. Anyway, I think I'm going to be done with this video. This video turned out to be a lot longer than it was because even though it was a 2-minute video, I had a lot to say on it because there is a lot of bad and misinformation on here, and he comes off as an arrogant person who thinks that he's superior. We don't claim... The PC Master Race does not fucking claim this man. Get him the hell back onto the PlayStation side where he fucking belongs. And no, you need to... and, like, seriously, though, Jaytechtv, it's one game of the hundreds of thousands that are released on PC on a daily basis. Anyway, that's going to be my time. Thank you so much for watching. Again, like, comment, and subscribe. Check out the links and stuff and Twitter and things in the description. My name is GamePenguin21. This game absolutely sucks the amount of massive balls that it fucking deserves. And a peace.
wanna get away, you better